Hi, welcome back to the show. This is Reelin' with Reese, and I'm your host, Reese Domengeaux. Today's topic, the Russian ban in Olympic Games, and if they should be able to compete or if they should be still banned. Today to talk about that with me is Daniel Sheet and Katie Parker. Daniel, what do you think about this?
I think the ban is completely ludicrous. I think this idea that these athletes have some kind of social standing and to take away their livelihood for an undisclosed period of time just because their leader went off the deep end is at best a virtue signal from the IOC, which has been known to do this in the past, and at worst it basically puts people out of a job for who knows how long.
I agree. These athletes they bank their entire life around their athletic ability and what they can do with it to produce results. And whenever you take them out of something, such as, their livelihood, it leaves them wondering where their next paycheck is going to come from, what's their sense of value at that point. And a big issue I have with it is not all American athletes stand for the same thing. They all have different issues that they're passionate about, some things that they disagree with. So by us assuming all these Russian athletes stand for the same thing just because they're still representing their country, it's kind of a blanket statement. It gets a little murky. How can we assume that they all agree?
I do feel for those athletes, and being removed from a competition like that, it really does, affect you. But I think I understand what the IOC is doing, and they want to remove all the ill feelings and the politics from the events. They want to keep it focused on the competitions and not everything outside of that. I just think they're really worried about the anti-Russian stance that many countries are taking after this invasion. So I kind of agree with the ban. I think it's a really good idea to separate the politics and feelings from the actual competitions.
Don't you think it kind of politicizes sports, though, whenever you take a stance like this?
Especially when they're trying to remove it from a competition, it just highlights it even more. Mm-hmm. But I don't really know what else they could do about it.
The IOC has been known for PR stunts like this. I'm not sure exactly what it does exactly. Once you start a competition, people are focused on the athletes, regardless of kind of the shenanigans that come before it. I think this past Winter Olympics proved that really well. We had a lot of the whole drama between China and the US about states and who was showing up to the opening ceremony and whatnot. And at the end of the day, we still had 2 weeks of wonderful competition between winter sports athletes.
I think that is a really good point. People will focus on competition once it actually starts. But that's all the time that we have today for the show. This has been Reeling with Reese, and I'm Reese Domengeaux. Thank you, Daniel Sheet and Katie Parker, and we'll see y'all tomorrow.